Let me welcome you to the presentation on the results of the project Maybe Safe, Measures for Behaving Safely in Traffic. My name is Stefan, coordinator of Maybe Safe, and today I have the honor to guide you through the results of the project. Maybe Safe is a research and innovation action initiative with 16 partners across Europe. It started out in May 2017 and has just ended in October 2020. The project deals with the theory of nudging. The challenge was to apply nudging in traffic in order to make it safer. Doing so, Maybe Safe tackles the issue of habitual traffic behavior, and you may agree that the majority of existing measures to prevent accidents are active in the near area of negative events. Maybe Safe, in turn, intends to intervene early in time, meaning when safety margins are still high. Doing so, the project tackles, amongst others, the topic lack of attention, excessive speeding, affected mental physical state by using nudging. Now, why nudging? Well, nudging by Taylor and Sunstein promises to be a non-invasive approach to alter human behavior in a desired way without forbidding options that may not be in favor, which is interesting for traffic, and it is a new approach to apply there. The project deals with 8 objectives. Please allow me to guide you through the respective results then. And the first objective deals with driver alertness feedback. From a psychological perspective, humans are bad estimators when it comes to subjectively rating the level of drowsiness. Humans can simply not foresee when exactly they are going to fall asleep. Maybe Safe addresses this shortcoming. Features to detect drivers are tired are already existent. They propose to stop and take a break, effective in 44% of the cases. The Maybe Safe solution, in turn, is based on an existing Volvo algorithm to detect when a driver is getting tired. We had 49 cars equipped with remote data collection units, and we had smartphones used to display an app. And the data collection took place via the smartphone over a period of 6 months. When then drivers are found to be tired, they will be shown a message that if they stop within the next 20 minutes, there will be a secret gift card waiting for them. Only when they stop will they know how much it is and where it can be used. The measure was found to make 87% of the drivers stop, which is twice as many as with the coffee cup symbol alone. The objectives 2 and 4 are concerned with the topic usage of safety ADAS to prevent close following. Accidents can occur when drivers are too close to the car in front of them. Adaptive cruise control always keeps the distance safe, but it is not always on. Nudging drivers to switch on ACC, hence, is the goal of this. ACC today has to be turned on actively. The Maybe Safe field test could show that test drivers have it on for at least 40% of the time. 2 measures were tested to increase the usage. The first measure, which is shown in the middle of the slide, is based on order over chaos. It shows 10 balls randomly moving around, plus a message is provided stating whether ACC is on or off. For every minute the driver has ACC on, 1 ball goes from random to controlled movement at the center of the screen, and after 10 minutes, all balls should be aligned. The test was carried out on 49 participants with a baseline period of 2 months and a testing period of further 8 months. And this measure led to ACC being used 21% of the time, an increase by 46%, whilst the second measure, displayed to the right-hand side here, is based on a scoreboard showing an anonymized list of drivers who have used ACC the most during the last day, and below the list, your position is listed and how much that means in minutes. This gamification approach led to ACC being used for 31% of the time, an increase by as much as 180%. Objective 3 deals with attention direction to potential hazards. VRUs are easily overlooked by drivers. For instance, cyclists could be hidden from the view, or drivers could have their attention elsewhere. And Maybe Safe have found potential to nudge drivers to slow down or become more aware of, for example, crossing cyclists. Up to 30% of all accidents occur because drivers are not looking properly. Some cars have installed ABS, but they only come into action when a collision is really imminent. MeBeSafe's measure uses the head-up display coinciding with the intersection a driver is just about to enter. The projection shows a schematic representation of an intersection, and when cyclists are about to cross, a notch will appear from the side, and the color of the intersection will change from green over orange to red. It addresses both the local static hazard as well as the dynamic hazard, and the static hazard is based on the risk of an accident at a specific location, whilst the dynamic hazard considers cyclists in a direct view of the vehicle. Using an AI-based cyclist prediction model, the risk of a collision is estimated, and this prediction model is one of the key innovations in MeBeSafe. The HMI measure was tested on 22 participants driving a prescribed 1-hour route in Eindhoven, measuring their direction of gaze and their speed. And the test implementation of the measure led to 56% of the drivers looking more to the appropriate direction, and up to 64% decreased their speed in 50 kilometers per hour speed limit zones. Objective 5 deals with heavy truck drivers and the topic of behavioral change through coaching in truck driving, where still harsh braking is one of the major causes for severe accidents. Upfront, the effect here is limited due to COVID-19, and this means that this measure is based on a smartphone app. It is started by the driver at the beginning of the journey. In-phone sensors are used to record driving data. In case of an incident, the driver can press a button to document it. The data is collected anonymously, and the app also suggests to meet a peer-to-peer talk. It provides relevant reading material and videos that could discuss during their session. The measure was tested on 13 drivers in Norway and 20 drivers in the UK. Interviews conducted showed a very positive attitude from the truck drivers, but as I already said, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, no evaluated effectiveness of the measure can be given here. Objectives 6 and 7 deal with two major causes for severe accidents on interurban roads: speeding and unsafe trajectory, with the latter being highly correlated with speeding. Drivers are often going too fast, especially when leaving a high-speed motorway. MeBeSafe have realized the nudge that could reduce the number of speeders. The topic here is habitual speeding, for instance, speeding without actually being aware of it. In the field test, 67% of all drivers at a motorway exit in Eindhoven were driving faster than allowed. The measure presented here is based on an array of lights embedded in the roadside. When the roadside sensor system detects traffic participants driving too fast, red lights will start moving towards the car to create the perception of going faster than they really are. This is made by lighting up every third or fourth light and alternating them so that it seems that the light itself is moving at a certain speed. The nudge is only activated for drivers who are actually speeding. The measure was put up on a real highway exit in Eindhoven with on average 19,000 passengers per week, and was evaluated over a period of 5.5 months. Results show that reduction of speeding vehicles by 40% could be observed, and an average speed decrease of 4.9% was achieved. Objective 8 also deals with the issue of speeding, however, hereby focusing on cyclists. MeBeSafe have developed a nudge based on flat stripes getting closer together to give an illusion of speed, similar to the vehicle nudge. Most accidents between bikes and cars occur at intersections. This measure is based on flat stripes on the road getting progressively closer together. It runs over 19.9 meters, and the first gap between two stripes is about 2 meters. This is gradually decreasing to 0.6 meters, and cyclists do not actively notice this gradual difference, but are affected by the illusion that they are going inappropriately fast, meaning that they slow down. The nudge presented here was tested at 2 accident-prone locations in Gothenburg, Sweden, and in 1 in Eindhoven, the Netherlands. It was active for 2 months at each location in Sweden, and for 2 weeks in the Netherlands. In general, the nudge has potential to decrease speed potentially double the share of cyclists reducing their speed by 10 to 30% before an intersection, depending on location. Average speed reduction due to the nudge could be shown to be within 3 to 7%. The acceptance from cyclists was rated to be at 90%. In the Netherlands, we have not been able to show significant differences in cyclist speed with and without treatment, most probably since several existing maneuvers have an effect on the speed of the cyclist going straight. In total, 11 impact assessments for 8 measurements were calculated for the MibiSafe project. Various influencing factors and the variation of free market penetration scenarios were taken into account. And in the most plausible market penetration scenarios, the MibiSafe project addresses 166 fatalities in 2025 and 326 fatalities in 2030. In total, the measures could save economic costs of 1.9 billion euros in 2025 and 2.1 billion euros in 2030. So these are some pictures of the beautiful faces of MibiSafe in action in their natural environment. This is where you can still follow us and see what the results are like. These are the partners that were working with us, and this is the entity we received the funding from. Thank you very much for your attention.